नमस्ते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णव्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण
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 हरे
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे हरे,
हरे राम
हरे राम
राम राम
राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा. Thank you so much. I welcome all dear devotees for this conclusion of the 11th chapter. Hare Krishna. Oh, again we went to live now. Mataji, Asha Mataji, remind me. We will stop the live when the class finishes and we will discuss. Okay, Mataji? Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol. And is this the... we were supposed to start from this, correct? Am I right?
Yes.
We finish here, if you remember. Or are we supposed to start from 11.48? No, we saw this. Only you have seen this. Then we saw, no, why Krishna is telling why you have seen this. He showed his form, Vishwarupa form in the Duryodhana's Sabha also when he went as a Shanti Duta. Remember? Okay, anyway, we'll see. This is a very, very important verse. So I don't know whether we have seen it or not, but it's a very important verse. Very, very beautiful definitions are there in this. In fact, I would suggest this, especially we should see in Veda base. So you remind me, after this, chapter is over, we will see this verse in the Veda base also. Because so many, so many definitions are there in this. Hare Krishna. So I once again welcome all dear devotees on behalf of ISKCON Mangaluru Kulai Temple and Namanisha Prabhu. So by paying obeisances at the lotus feet of Radha Govinda, we will start. Verse number 48, chapter 11. Naveda yajnad yayanair navanair nacha kriyabir natapobhir rugraihi evam rupashakya agam triloke drishtvam twadanyena kuru pravira. Hare Krishna. Ananya Mataji, read the translation.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। O best of the Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mind. For neither of studying the Vedas, nor by performing sacrifices, nor by charities or similar activities can this form be seen. Only you have seen this. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. May I just pause for a minute and ask anybody, what have you understood by this? Just for a minute. No doubt, just explain, then at the end we will discuss. What did you understand? This form can never be seen by studying the Veda, performing sacrifice, nor by charity or similar activity. Hare Krishna. Okay. So the important verses are what? Here, Veda. First line you see, Naveda Yajnad Adhyayan. Veda Adhyayan. Veda Yajnad Adhyayan. Dhanam. Other Kriya. That is pious activity. Vedas tell us what are the pious activities we have to do, right? It also describes the impious activity which are prohibited, but it recommends, it suggests, it describes, it recommends to do pious activity. So what are pious activity? The activities which are prescribed by Vedas, but that is very important, which will bind us, which is not beyond binding. That means they are sakama karma. Then when we proceed, okay, we understand Vedas very well, we may proceed towards Nishkama Karma. But till then, Vedas only explain about the Veda, the study. It's given no Adhyayan. So one who reads, one who learns, one who studies the Vedas, what he does, Vedas recommends what? Vedas recommend 4 activities. What are they? Vedas recommend Purushartha. What? Hari Hari Bol, yeah. Purushartha. So what are the Purushartha?
Dharma.
Correct. Dharma.
Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha.
Dharma, Artha,
Hari
Kama,
Bol.
Moksha, Mataji.
Hari Bol. So Vedas recommend that. That is why I told the other day, this is Kaitava Dharma. Kaitava Dharma is what? If we perform all these activities, it will bind us. You give charity, it's very good. But if we give thinking that I am giving this charity, I will get the Punya Karma. Like that, if we give, it will bind. If we say, oh Krishna, you had given me, it is all your money. Right? What is it? Ishavasyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Everything belongs to me. With that attitude, if we give, it will not bind us. Then it doesn't become sakama karma, no. Then it becomes akarma. Okay. So Vedas, if we study Vedas, if we perform all the sacrifices, what is sacrifice? Fire, sacrifice, yajna. So that is what? Veda yajna. Then comes dana. First line you see, next is Dhanam. So what is Dhanam? Charity. Charity given to anybody other than the great Brahmanas and Vaishnavas will bind us. Okay? So again doing charity will bind us. And similar activities all represent the pious activities. So whether we do yajna, fire sacrifice, with the sakama. What is sakama? With the result attached, the attachment to the results of the yajna. Similarly, the charity, attachment to the results of the charity. So if we perform yajna dana tapa with the expectation of the result, then it becomes pious activity, though it has been prescribed by Vedas. So are you able to understand this? Very important this is. So Ananya Mataji, you continue this one also. Same verse it is.
Only one who attains divinity as a demigod can have divine vision. Demigods are the devotees of Lord Vishnu, Vishnu Bhakta Smrito Devaha. Demigods also saw the universal form like Arjuna. Devotees with divine vision are not very much interested in seeing the universal form of the Lord. Arjuna desired to see the four-handed form of Lord as Vishnu and was actually afraid of the universal form. Followers of
Pseudo incarnation.
Followers of pseudo incarnation, though may claim cannot see the transcendental form as they are not devotees of Krishna. Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you very much. So it's those who, though they are performing the activities prescribed by Vedas, but Nishkama, without expectation of any results, they will be able to see the Lord's form with a divine vision. The Lord has to sanction it. That we have to understand very, very well. But in this, especially Kali Yuga, in this material world actually, especially in Kali Yuga, so many are there. But in any Yuga you take, there are so many who are non-devotees, there are so many impersonalists. So these impersonalists claim that they have seen the Vishwarupa. They say, no, oh, I see the whole Lord in the form of material nature. I see this, like that and all they claim, is it not? But they cannot see the transcendental form. So what is the difference between transcendental form and material form? We have already seen many a times. Material form is not permanent. Material form is temporary, and material form is actually speaking like it is what to say, we subject to the material eyes. Transcendental form can be seen only by the divine vision, and transcendental form is not restricted to the activities, like say for example the senses, particular function prescribed for the particular sense need not be undertaken. So transcendental form means any sense can perform any activity. Okay, so those who are impersonalists, who claim that they have seen the Vishwarupa, they cannot be the devotees, because Vishwarupa is not the transcendental form. Vishwarupa is the material form, because all the material manifestations we are able to see in that form. Correct? Hare Krishna. So if you have any doubt in this, just know. Okay. Yeah. We'll go to the next one. 49. Mate vyatama chavimyoda bhavo drishva rupam ghora medium mamedam vyapeta bhi pritamana punastvam tadeva me rupam idam prapashya. Hare Krishna. Shamataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, you have
Hare
been
Krishna.
perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now let it be finished. My devotee, be free again from all disturbances. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. See, Goram, Drishtva, you have seen this Rupam. It is very Goram. And Idrik, actually it is Idrik. When we see the word meaning, Mamedam, Idrik Mamedam means what? You have seen as it is my form. Right? So now, since you are very, very afraid and you are disturbed of this form, now, okay, you can see my what is that, four-armed form peacefully. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Go ahead, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Asha Mataji, next slide, is it visible?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
I'm audible, Mataji?
Yeah, yes.
Arjuna was worried about killing Bhishma and Drona, his worshipful grandfather and master,
Who's
but Krishna said that he need not to be afraid of killing his grandfather. When the sons of Dhritarashtra tried to disrobe Draupadi in the assembly of the Kurus, Bhishma and Drona were silent, and for such negligence of duty they should have been killed. Krishna showed his universal form to Arjuna just to show him that these people were already killed for their unlawful action. That scene was shown to Arjuna because devotees are always peaceful and they cannot perform such horrible actions. That was the purpose of the revolution of the universal form. After that, Arjuna wanted to see the four-armed form, and Krishna showed him. A devotee is not much interested in universal form, for it doesn't enable one to reciprocate loving feelings. Hare Krishna
Hare Bol,
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, just imagine. See the two-handed Tribangi. His, his body in three places. He is standing tilted, right? Is that form very pleasing to the heart, or the Vishwarupa? Arjuna himself is saying Vishwarupa is Agoram. Just now we saw in the previous verse. Goram. It's so fearful, O Krishna. And the first point is very, very important. Again, after, see, it started in the second chapter. Arjuna told that compassion. How can I kill my gurus, Bhishma Pitama, everybody? But finally, what happened? But Krishna is convincing him. Oh, they all were part to all that. What is that? What we can call that? What activities we call it as? It is not lawful activities, right? Whatever they performed, the Kauravas performed, they were all illegal, not lawful activity, isn't it? So that is why it said, no, all those six aggressors. So these people have performed all, and what Bhishma and Drona were doing during that time? They could not say a single word, right? They were bound by their duty. They were bound by their words, the words which they had given to Dhritarashtra. So he told, no, Dhritarashtra, don't worry, I am there. I will be your representative and I will take care. So they were all bound by their words. Manasa vacha karmana, they were bound by. So they could not even come to the rescue of Pandava. So now finally, Krishna somehow he has convinced Arjuna that killing these people is not illegal. You can, it's not unlawful action. Okay. And very important thing is, see, Arjuna, see the scene which was shown to Arjuna. Arjuna is actually a devotee. But Arjuna will not be able to, Arjuna will be able to, though he will be able to see the two-handed form, but the other people who are there, some more people are also seeing, right? Who are they? Sanjay is also seeing. He is explaining everything as it is to Dhritarashtra also. And some of them, not all of them. Very, very, like that will come in Mahabharata, that story. So very 2-3 people are able to see that form. That is why Krishna didn't want to show the Shyama Sundara form in the beginning. So he was waiting. Let Arjuna ask, let Arjuna request, let Arjuna plead for it, then I will give. That's like the Etamam Prapatyante. However, my devotee endeavor, how much I endeavor they put, accordingly I will reciprocate. Though Arjuna is a great devotee, but still, that is what, Tadvidi Pranipatena. We have to ask humbly. We have to inquire politely. So Krishna was waiting for Arjuna. So when Arjuna said he is not able to withhold this Vishwarupa, so universal form, then he wanted Krishna to show the four-armed form. Four-armed form is Vishnu, Hare Krishna. Yes. Who is next? Loknath Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Go ahead. Sanjaya Uvacha Ityarjunam Vasudevastu Ityarjunam Vasudevastu Nitva Swakam Rupam Darshayamasa Bhuyagam Ashvasayamasa Chabitaminam Bhutva Punaf Saumya Vapur Mahatma. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji. One second. Yeah. Yes. This is a translation.
Okay. Bhagavad Gita 11.15, Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, while speaking thus to Arjuna, displayed his real four-armed form, and at least he showed him his two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna.
Hare Krishna. So that word, Saumya, Saumyatvam Visana, some one word. What was that? Saumya Vapuhu. So the Saumya Vapuhu means what? It is very, very beautiful form. So Krishna told. It is actually explained in that, this one, no? What is that? Premanjana Churita, Brahma Samhita. Brahma Samhita, verse number 5.3. Premanjana Churita Chakshu Vilochanena. So you see with that, Prema Anjana Chakshu. Premanjana Chakshu Vilochanena Sandas Sadeva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti. Hridayeshu Vilokayanti. So Lord Krishna is seated in everybody's heart in the form of Paramatma. So these devotees can see the Lord as Paramatma in their heart also. Yam Shyama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam. That is not conceivable. Achintya. It is not, that is why Krishna is known as Achyuta, Achintya. Nobody can perceive, conceive this kind of form in their heart. But Paramatma heart, the Paramatma Rupa, they can. But the Shyam Bhagavan Rupam, Paramatma Rupa is four-armed. So he is saying that Krishna, that Bhagavan Rupa, two-armed, Tribhangi Rupa, is very, very rare for anyone to see. For that we need the Premanjana Churi Chakshu. Hare Krishna, go ahead, Prabhuji.
When Krishna appeared as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, his first two all appeared as four-armed Narayana, but when he was requested by his parents, he transformed himself into an ordinary child in appearance. Similarly, Krishna knew that Arjuna was not interested in seeing four-handed form, but since Arjuna asked to see his four-handed form, Krishna also showed him this form again and then showed himself in his two-handed form. The word Somya Vapu is very significant. Somya Vapu is a very beautiful form. It is known as the most beautiful form. In the Brahma Samhita 5.38, it is stated, Preman Jana Churita Bhakti Vilochine. Only a person whose eyes are smudged with the ointment of love can see the beautiful form of Sri Krishna. Mataji, I have to do also this.
Sorry. It was echoing, so I just muted. Yeah. Okay. So in Nectar of Devotion also, Rupa Goswami has said, no, Krishna we can't see with our senses. That is our eyes. We can't see. Our ears, if we try to hear Krishna Katha, it will be like any other Gramya Katha. Gramya Katha, na shunibe, na paibe. Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Gramya Katha na shunibe. Other than Krishna, don't listen to anything. Except Krishna, whatever is discussed is a Gramya Katha. So here Srila Rupa Goswami says that to see Krishna, then what should we do? One cannot discourage us. No, you can't see Krishna. So that is why he is saying that Seven Mukkeki Jigvado. Keep on glorifying the Lord with your tongue. Why he has given this? Seven Mukkeki Jigvado. If you keep on glorifying him, what will he do? He will give those senses with which we'll be able to enjoy his form. Seven Mukkeki Jigvado Swayam Eva Spuratyadaha. Swayam Eva Spuratyadaha. Krishna will give those senses with which we will be able to see him. Hare Krishna. Okay, yeah. 51. Yeah, we are in 51, correct? Yes, next is Ritvika Mataji. Hare Krishna. Arjuna Uvacham Dishvedam Manusham Rupam Tava Saumyam Janardana Idani Masmi Samvritaha Sacheta Prakritim Gataha. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
You are able to see that, Mataji? That purport is not, sorry, meaning is not given. Okay. Okay, Mataji, you read the next one. I'll read the meaning. You all can listen to me. The translation is, when Arjuna thus saw Krishna in its original form, he said, "Oh Janardana, seeing this human-like form, so very beautiful, I am now composed in my mind and I am restored to my original nature." Because he said, no, he was so perplexed, he could not see and all. So he is saying now he has restored to his original nature. Yes, Mataji, you read this and next also. Yes, Ritvika Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Krishna is like an ordinary human being. Then how is it possible for him to show the universal form and again to show the four-handed Narayana form?
Again to show the 200 form at the end. Hare Krishna. Yeah. You stay on Mataji. Next you can read. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sudur Darshamidam Rupam Drishtvanasi Yanmama Deva Apyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshana Kankshinaga. Hare Krishna Mataji.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear."
Hare Krishna. So Krishna is saying this form, 200 form. Even demigods cannot see. Demigods could see the Vishwarupa, but now they are not able to see. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, this 200 form is the rarest all to see for anybody. That's why he said, who cannot see, what was that? I think 9.11. I'm not sure, verse number 9th chapter, correct? Avajananti mamuda manushim tanamashitaha. This mamuda, these people cannot understand my divine form when I come in the 200 form. He said, right? Manushim tanam ashitaha. They are not able to see my 200 form. Hare Krishna. So for that, we need totally Krishna's mercy. Premanjana. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Go ahead.
The word Sudur Darshanam.
Sudurdarshanam. So it is Durdarshanam. Durdarshanam is what? One cannot see. Sudurdarshanam. Very, very rare to see. Su is always added to favorable. With. Anna? Susukam. Sukam is happy. Susukam with lot of happiness. Sugandh. Gandh is smell. Sugandh. Very, very beautiful fragrance. So like that. Su Durdarsham. Durdarsham means we can't perceive. Achintya. Okay? Yes, Mataji.
The word Sudur-darshanam indicates that Krishna's two-handed form, Samashundara form, is very confidential. One may be able to see the universal form of Krishna by adding a little tinge of devotional service to various activities like penances, Vedic study, and philosophical speculation. But Krishna with two hands is still more difficult to see, even for demigods like Brahma and Lord Shiva, though they desire to see him. When he was supposed to be in the womb of his mother, Devaki, all the demigods from heaven came to see the marvel of Krishna and offered prayers to the Lord. Although he was not at that time visible to them, they waited to see him. Those who are in search of knowledge also speculate on Krishna and consider him to be less important than the universal form of the Supreme. For them, the personal form of the Supreme is something imaginary. Krishna is covered by his Yogamaya potency. He is not to be seen or revealed to anyone and everyone, only to a surrendered soul. The transcendentalist, by continuous Krishna consciousness and by devotional service to Krishna, can have his spiritual eyes opened and can see Krishna by revelation. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so the 200 form, Shyamasundara form is very, very rare for anybody to see. Very few people, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna himself, right? Only he had shown the 200 form to only two people there. So many very close, his associates were there. But still, the 200 form is very, very rare for the Lord does not show the 200 form that easily to anybody unless and until it's very clearly written here. Unless and until one is total transcendentalist and in total Krishna consciousness by devotional service only to Krishna. Then only Krishna will, let them give the darshan of 200 form to anybody. Okay, so here, yeah, we have already studied, right? See, what is that? Philosophy without devotion and bhakti without philosophy. We have already read it. Who remembers? Philosophy without devotion is?
Speculation, mental
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Very nice. Wonderful, Mataji. And yes, bhakti without philosophy is? Dry knowledge. It is only, what is it? Virakti. We say no. It is the dry knowledge. That knowledge is of for no use because there is no devotion in it. There is fantasism. Fantasism is the word we saw in one of the chapter, right? Correct. Very nice, Mataji. Wonderful. Yes. Then, see, this we all know. When Krishna was in the womb of Devaki, Devatas all knew this is the eighth child who is going to now come as Krishna. They knew all of that. But still, they were not able to see the Krishna form. Okay, when Krishna came also, he came with the, when Krishna appeared, incarnated, he was not born. Aja, he is Aja. Okay, so when Krishna appeared, he appeared in 400 form. Then Devaki Maya requested like anything. Oh, my dear son, as it is, Kamsa is after your life. And if you are like this, he will definitely immediately kill you. See, motherly, that affection. She is seeing the Narayana in front of him. But still, that Vatsalya Bhav is telling, can anyone be killed by, can anyone kill Narayana? Narayana. But she is saying, oh, my dear son, no, don't be in this form. Kansa will come and kill you. Right? Then only Krishna becomes that sweet little Krishna. Krishna Kannaya, so sweet he becomes, right? That picture, whenever it is shown that Krishna is so cute and very small, it is so all attractive, right? He has got all the qualities, all Krishna. The meaning of Krishna is all attractive. Okay, Hare Krishna. So, see how then the Lord is there in everybody's heart. Everybody can see also. Then why are we not able to see? Krishna has covered it with Yoga Maya potency. That is a internal potency. The material existence, that is Mahamaya. Right? But this is Yoga Maya potency. So it is covered. That is the reason when it has covered the soul, we are not even able to see the Paramatma. So if you all remember that analogy, two birds sitting on the same tree, right? One bird has turned its face and enjoying the fruits of the tree. Like that. That is why we are not able to see Krishna. But another thing we have to understand is, with our own effort, this Yogamaya potential, with Avritam, right? That beautiful verse, I think 3.42, and that is the coverings. We talk about the coverings, no? The covering of the fire in the smoke, covering of dust on the mirror, covering in the embryo. Like different varieties of coverings are there, right? The transcendentalists, by continuous Krishna consciousness and devotional service, they only can see Krishna. Rather, Krishna will remove this avritam, Krishna will remove this covering, and he will reveal his original form to them. Hare Krishna. Eliminipikar Swami Shri Mataji. Next one. Go ahead, Mataji. 53. नागं वेदैर्न तपसा न दानेन च चेज्यया शक्य एवं विधो द्रष्टुं दृष्टवानसि मां यथा. हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
Mataji,
Soumya Sri Mataji is not at all there. Okay. Sorry. Yes, Prabhu. Vanshidhar Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. The form of you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot understand simply by studying the Vedas, nor by understanding serious Puranas, nor by the charities, nor by the worship. It is not by those means. This means that one can see me as I am.
I am. Hare Krishna.
Mata, it is Puranas,
It is penance, tapa. Undergoing serious penances. Tapa. Yajna dana tapa. Just now we saw no same thing.
Yes,
Penance is tapa.
Penance.
Charity is dana. And worship is devotion. Okay? Hare Krishna. So you may have a doubt here. Nor by worship also it's written. There's a lot of difference between devotional service and devotion. So that is why Srila Prabhupada always insists on devotional service. That service reminds me. Okay, so just remind me about tomorrow's class, okay, at the end of the class, our class. Hare Krishna. So the form of is transcendental, that is revealed only to the transcendental eyes. So who can give us the transcendental eyes? Only Krishna can give us the transcendental eyes. This is so nice here. And this form you see, okay. This is a very, very important verse, extremely important verse. Bhaktya tvananya shakya agamevam vidorjuna jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtu cha parantapa. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, go ahead. My dear Arjuna. Yes, Vamshidhar Prabhu.
My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am standing before you, and can thus seen you directly. Only in this way can you enter into mysterious of my understanding.
Hare Krishna. One second.
Bhagavad Gita 11.54.
Yes. This also, one more word I told, no, we will see in the Veda base. This also we will try to see in the Veda base. It's actually, it is not that, let us see. Yeah, definition is given now. Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
Krishna can be understood only by the process of undivided devotional service. No one can understand Krishna how he come from parents in a four-handed form, and at once changed himself unto a two-handed form by studying the Vedas or by the philosophical speculation. However, very experienced student of Vedic literature can learn about him from the Vedic literature in so many ways. One has to follow many rules and regulations to understand Krishna, like observance of
Krishna like observance of fasting on Janmashtami.
Janmashtami, fasting on Janmashtami, the day on which Krishna appeared, and on the 2 days on the 2 days of Ekadashi,
Hare
the
Krishna.
11th day of after the
Yes.
new moon and the 11th day of the full moon.
Full. So in a month, Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhuji. In a
Hare
month,
Krishna.
2 Ekadashis comes, no? Krishna Paksha and Shukla Paksha. Both the Ekadasi. And see, what he is basically saying is rules and regulation. Once again, after that one person told in ISKCON, lot many rules are there. Every time I keep on, I don't know why that comes to. Even today morning while doing yoga, I was thinking, in yoga also process is there. Why do we say in ISKCON process is there? What is the process for regulative principle? Get up early in the morning, do sadhana. And this is not a process which is only in Krishna consciousness. Full Veda says that only. Brahma Muhurta, you get up. Any that asana also you do, no? There's a process to go, there's a process to come back. To do the, what do you call that, Gomukhasan. There's a process. First we have to fold one leg, then the another knee on that one. Instead, can we say, no, first I will take only the below hand and then upper hand, then only I will go for my knee position? Not at all possible. So everywhere, if we are joining any organization, they will give rules and regulation. Very, very religiously we will follow. If we do not follow, they will suspend us. So any organization you take, everything functions upon rules and regulation. Otherwise, what will happen? There will be chaos. Is it not? That is why Krishna, in the beginning, he arranged for that, what is that, 4 varnas and 4 ashramas. Otherwise, there will be chaos in the society. Brahmanas will be doing the low caste work, and Shudras can never come to the Brahmanas level to understand the Veda and teach. Vedas will vanish. Totally Vedic knowledge will go for a 6, isn't it? Drastically, it will, the whole work, what is that, a great job, work done by Vedavyasa will go in vain. So these rules and regulations are very, 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 very important. Not only here, Prabhupada has given simple rules. He has not given us a difficult. He used to chant 64 rounds a day. Then devotees asked, oh Prabhupada, 64, how can we even do Prabhupada? We cannot. Okay, okay. So he reduced. Finally, he came down after 32, everything is said. Now don't tell me. I should not reduce below this because there is no use of sadhana. Means at least in a day, 2 hours, you have to sit and focus on at the lotus feet of Krishna. No. So 16 rounds means minimum 1.5 to 2 hours, depending on the what do you call that, perfectness or seniority, or like the bhav, etc. Maximum 2 hours, minimum 1.5 hours. So these regulations are very, very major. So one more we can add to many, we can add early, getting up early in the morning Brahma Muhurta, attending Mangalarati, doing Sandhyarati, doing Tulasi Puja every day. All these things are there, correct? And one more thing I wanted to tell. What is that? 1 second. I thought of stopping you and telling, and no one can understand Krishna or how he became parents. Yes, Hare Krishna. How they became parents, you all know one thing, that Devaki and Vasudeva, when they were in the long back, years before, they did lot of austerity for years together, and finally Krishna had to come, to ask them what for they are doing this penance. What is penance? I told you we'll see the purport, but still, what is penance? Tapa. What is tapa?
To achieve something in Shraddha.
Shraddha is faith. No.
Yes. Penance means the process of to achieve the. See, if someone wants something, Mataji, so there are many process, right?
Only one thing. Definition. You're right. I understood. But the actual
Mataji, I am
definition is
also
what?
confused, Mataji.
No,
After
no,
that.
no. It's correct. What you said is very, very correct. See, it's a great austerity. Very, very great austerity, which is not normal. So, actually, what is the actual meaning is it is a voluntarily we are accepting some bodily pain. Even doing every day early in the morning yoga is a great penance. Pranayam is a great penance. Why? When everyone is nicely sleeping, we also could have slept. But we are getting up early in the morning and accepting some pain. Doing early morning yoga it's not a physical pain. It's a pain in the sense that mentally we may be thinking why we have to get up. And the stretching is also physically also. Till the time we get used to it, it is pain. Once we get used to it, oh, yoga, it's very easy. Every day I do. For after we have accepted this bodily, what do you call that? Voluntary pain. So tapa is voluntary pain, accepting voluntary pain. Okay. Yeah, the meaning is correct. What you said is perfectly correct. Okay. So see, keeping fast is not that easy. But we are accepting some voluntary mental pain. We are not supposed to think of food. That day only we will feel, oh, I'm feeling so hungry, so hungry. I can't even be there for a minute like that and all we say, right? It's not like that. Yes. 1 second, Prabhuji, give me 1 minute. Yeah, go ahead, Prabhu. This is the next slide. Hare Krishna.
Me, Mataji.
Yeah. Go.
One should have
Same verse it is.
unflinching devotion for the Supreme Lord and in the spiritual master to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead by revelation. The personal form of Krishna, the two-handed form, and the four-handed are described as Sudarshanam, very difficult to see.
Sudurdarshanam. Sudarshana means very nice darshan. Sudurdarshanam.
Sudurdarshanam, very difficult to see. They are completely different from the temporary universal form shown to Arjuna. The four-handed form of Narayana and the two-handed form of the Krishna are eternal and transcendental, whereas the universal form exhibited to Arjuna is temporary. One should not be proud of academic education in Vedic literature. One must take to the devotional service of Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So pride should not be there basically. And in the previous one, we didn't discuss that point fully. 1 second. Back. Where is it? Back. This. Why is it not going back? So, okay, how he was born, we were seeing, no? So, this Devaki and Vasudeva, they prayed. That time, they told, we want you as our son, like that 3 times they said. Krishna also said 3 times, tatastu, tatastu, tatastu. That's why in one birth, he came as Vamana to Atiti and Kadaba Muni, and the second birth, Vrishni and Sutapa. Krishna came as Vrishni Garbha, and the third birth, to Devaki and Vasudeva. And how it's a Lord's birth is a transcendental birth. It is not a material birth like, like here in our human material body, how the birth comes and that actual the child is born. It's not like that. So what happened there? First Krishna entered the heart of Vasudeva. Then from Vasudeva's heart, he transferred himself to Devaki's heart. From Devaki's heart, he entered into Devaki's womb. And when he was born also, he appeared. He did not come as the same way as the other, any material child is born. Okay? Hare Krishna. So now, can I request Viraj Prabhu? These are the last few slides. We are ending with the chapter, no? Yes? Hare Krishna, Viraj Prabhu, can you read?
Hare Krishna, ma'am, I can
Hare
read.
Krishna.
The four-handed form of the and other forms mentioned in the Vedic lecture are emanations original two-handed Krishna. The four-handed form of Krishna, Mahavishnu, lying on the cosmic and from whose breathing so many innumerable universes are passing out and entering in
And entering is an expansion.
an
It will
expansion
not be.
of the Supreme Lord, as stated in Brahma
This one.
Samhita 5.48. Yes, ya, yaika.
That is actually entering is as an expansion it should be. Yes, Prabhu. Yasyai kanivashita kalam matamvalambhya जीवन्ति लोम विलजा जगदण्डनाथः विष्णुर्महान् स इह यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. There's actually one more verse also in Brahma Samhita 5.39. That also says like other avatars, it came like Ramadi Murtishu, Rama Adi Murtishu. Adi means etc. Right? Ata Shri Krishna Nama Adi. What is Nama Adi? Nama Rupa Guna Lila. Similarly, Ramadi Murtishu, Rama, Narsimha, Vamana, all these are expansion of Krishna. But Krishna, he himself came. It's not an expansion. Right, there is 5.39 of the Brahma Samhita. If it is possible, I will show you that verse. We'll see the
Yes,
translation.
Mataji. Today I read Mataji, the
You
Brahma
read? Yeah.
Gita. Yes, Mataji.
So, same thing is given in 1.3.28. Ete chamchakala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So, in the first canto, third chapter, 28th verse, also in Bhagavatam, Ete cha amshakala pumsa. Out of all the amshas, out of all the kalas, 64 kalas, right? One kala is what? This expansion. That is why we say that kala, Vishnu cannot expand, Krishna can expand. We saw that four kalas are not there for Vishnu. Krishna 64, Vishnu only 50. Isn't it? That same. That is why Krishna in this Dwapara Yuga, he himself came, and we are so lucky in this Kali Yuga also Krishna came himself. So this effect will be there for 10,000 years. So within the 10,000 years, just have Shraddha, have confidence in Krishna consciousness and try to cross over this material portion. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, last point. He is the
Hare
source of
Krishna.
all forms.
He is the source of all forms of Vishnu.
Where all we have seen this? Agam Madirgi Devanam Maharshinam Cha. In this 10th chapter we saw. In the 10th chapter Chatushloki. Agam Sarvasya Prabhavo Mataha Sarvam Pravartate. Everything comes from me. All, and I am the generator, I am the, what is that, GOD, Viraj Prabhu. Generator.
Generator of little destroyer.
So I am all. Creation, maintenance, annihilation. Everything is under my control. The Lord says, right? Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
Eko piya pisan yuddha yo avabha akikrit.
Bhavati. Okay. Eko pisan bahuda yova bhati. Krishna is one.
Krishna is one, but he is manifested in unlimited forms and expanded incarnations. The universal form, with its thousands and thousands of head and hands, it manifests just to draw the attention of those who have love for God.
No love for God. Yes, Prabhu, continue. Hare Krishna. We are not able to hear you, Prabhu. You are muted, I think. Where are you? You are not in the meeting. You are there, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Viraj Prabhu,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
Wait a second, let me put on earphone. That is why.
The universal form with its thousands and thousands of heads and hands is manifest just to draw the attention of those who have no love for God, material. We saw, no, what is that word we saw? To pseudo. We saw na PSEUDO, pseudo, impersonalist. Yes, Prabhu. Next point.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Is it now clear?
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. The 400.
The 400 forms and the other forms mentioned in the Vedic literature are all emanations of the two-handed Krishna. The four-handed form of Krishna, Mahavishnu, lying on the cosmic ocean, and from those whose breathing many innumerable universes are passing out and entering, is also an expression of the Supreme Lord, as stated in the Brahma Samhita 5.48.
We will try to see Brahma Samhita today. Yes, Prabhu. Same thing it is. Just now I read this, no? It is repeated. This slide is repeated. Yes. Now the last verse. Hare Krishna.
Matkarma karan mat par ramo madbhaktah sanga varjitah निर्वैरः सर्वभूतेषु yasa mam eti pandava.
Hari Bol.
My dear Arjuna, one who is engaged in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of previous actions and from mental speculation, who is friendly to every living entity, certainly comes to me.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nirvaira. Vairi means what? Enemy. Nirvaira. No enmity. We have learnt this in another verse, right? Chapter. What is that? For Uttamadhikari. Who is Uttamadhikari? The highest, topmost devotees. Three ladders, three levels of devotees. Kanishta, who are neophyte, like us. Neophyte means what? Newly we are coming into bhakti. Right? We do not know actually anything. A lot, what we know. Who says this? What a very humbly humility. He says, what I know is, in Tamil there is a proverb. Katchadam kaiman alave, kalladadu kadal alave. What is the meaning? What I have learnt is not even mutti barke, matti barabara. But what I have not learnt is, it's beyond the ocean. It's like ocean. Ocean, we cannot measure it, right? So what I don't know is equal to the ocean. What I know is just one handful of sand. That much humility. Okay? So that is what he says. Nirvaira sarva bhuteshu. And what is that? My dear Arjuna, one who is engaged in my pure devotional service, free from the contamination. This is what is very, very important. What is free from contamination? One who has elevated himself to the Vishuddha Sattva. So when as we elevate ourselves to the Vishuddha Sattva, what happens? We are freed from mental speculations. There is a beautiful verse. Today only I was reading. 1 minute.
Mataji, I can take screenshot, Mataji.
Yeah, take no Prabhu. Take. No problem. It
Yeah,
is
here
all...
Krishna mentioned mental speculation, one he is friendly to every living entity. Certainly come to me.
Yeah. Yes,
Means
one
Mataji
second.
Sneha Abhilasha, right?
Anya Bilashita Shunyam. 1 second,
Anya
Prabhuji.
Abhilasha.
No other desire. Anna? Only 1 second. 2 verses which tell what will be the use for us. Yes. Hare Krishna. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayatyasu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Ahaitukam. So what happens? By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from this world. So what is it? Automatically we are free from the mental speculation and contamination. So same, we are free from the contamination of previous activities. So many janma, 84 lakhs. How many we have taken, we don't know. So that one thing, what is that one thing? Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaka. If you do that, the Lord will give us the knowledge also. Jnanam cha ahaitukam. What is ahaituki bhakti? Causeless. Ahaituki bhakti is what?
Selfless devotion, Mataji, without interruption.
Correct, without expectation. So the Lord is so merciful. He will shower his causeless mercy upon us. Hare Krishna. Nice verse. This is also correct. Yeah, this is a conclusion. Yes, Prabhuji, read it and me. Hare Krishna. Viraj
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Yeah.
The universal essence of Bhagavad Gita. Mat karma karna, engaged in doing my work. Mat paramo, makes me the supreme goal. Mad bhaktaha, engaged in my devotional service. Sangha varjitaha, free from contaminations of fruitive acts and mental speculations. Nirvik vairaha
Nirvaira.
sarva bhuteshu, friendly to all living beings.
Don't have any enemies. Right? Yes, Prabhu,
Only
read,
most
read.
only most purified devotional services, free from jana and karma, executed without envy, can bring one understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna. Jnana and karma. Jnana karma adi anavritam. Anya Abhilashita Shunyam, Jnana Karma Adi Anavritam, Anukulya Krishna Anushilanam. What is favorable for Krishna? Follow that, perform that. And obviously, negative is what? What is not favorable. We should be detached from that. And here it is given the what is it? Purified soul. Who those who are free from jnana and karma. Jnana karma adi anavritam. Hare Krishna. So nice. So these are all the necessities for doing devotional service. Somewhere we were saying no devotion, and we said only devotion is not devotional service. So just now I was telling you three types of devotees. Neophyte devotees, they are just coming into bhakti. So for them, they know there is a Lord. Maybe they know I have to follow the rules and regulations. But when when the other people argue with them, we will not be able to counter argue with them about bhakti. So that means what many may come. Are oh, Krishna conscious, Krishna, every God is there, every Devata is the same God, like that. Though we have faith in Krishna consciousness, we may not be able to counter argue with them. That is the Kanishta Adhikari. Then comes Madhyama Adhikari. Madhyama Adhikaris are the middle level Adhikaris. They have the knowledge also, they can counteract also. They can counteract with people who are arguing with them. That much knowledge they have. Uttamadhikari, they also cannot counteract. Why, you know? Though they are at the elevated post. Why? I'll give you a hint. They see everybody equal. Remember anything?
Equipoised.
Equipoised. Oh, very nice. Hari Hari Bol. Yeah. Vidyavine Sampanne Brahmane Havi Hastini. Vidya Vinay Sampanne, for them, those who are Kanishta, Uttama Adhikaris, they are knowledgeable person for them. What is that? Vidya Vinay Sampanne. Brahmane, Havi, Hastini, Shuni, Shwapaka. Brahmana, elephant, and cow, Shwa, dog, Shwapaka, dog eater. All are equal. They see everybody equally. For them, Vaishya, Shudra, nothing. Vipra, elevated Brahmana, Vipra, Mahaja, all are equal to them. So, Vidyavine Sampanne, Brahmane Avigastini, Shuni Chaiva, Shwapakecha, Pandita, Samadarshina. That's what we saw in the previous verse, right? So, that means this highly elevated people, see, they see everybody equal. That is why for them, friendly to all living beings, they are able to be friendly to everybody. But Mataji, if someone, talks ill about our Acharya and things like that, there Srila Prabhupada tells we should not hear. We should immediately counter argue. You are not in a position, we should leave the place and go. Even he has written in few places, if you are not able to leave and go, it's better to commit suicide rather hearing about negative things about Acharyas, because Acharyas none other than the representatives of Lord. That I told, no, we will see the what do you call it? We'll see the purport, Veda base. There it is beautifully written. They all are Krishna himself. Anasaktasya Vishayan. This is again Yuktam Vairagyam, the definition of Yukta Vairagyam. This verse is considered. Yes, Prabhuji, read. This verse is considered to be the
This
essence of
verse is
Bhagavad Gita.
considered to be essence of Bhagavad Gita. It has the definite laws concerning
Do's and don'ts, rules and regulations, do's.
do's concerning spiritual activities and devotional service. For a person keen to on reaching the Krishna Loka, going back to Godhead. One's entire energy should be transferred to Krishna consciousness and activities, Krishna karma. Bhakti
Rasamrita Sindhu, nectar of devotion.
Rasamrita.
अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथार्हमुपयुञ्जते निर्बन्धे कृष्णसम्बन्धे युक्तवैराग्यमुच्यते. We have seen this many times in the definition of युक्तवैराग्यम. युक्तवैराग्यम is not renouncing everything. युक्तवैराग्यम is not renouncing outwardly and under the deep desire, hankering has not vanquished. Hankering is there, but outwardly we had given up everything. That is Falgu Vairagya. So Yukta Vairagya is what? Using everything in connection with Krishna. Nirbande Krishna Sambande. Instead of leaving everything, use everything in the service of Krishna. Like Srila Prabhupada used the typewriter. Srila Prabhupada used big cars. Srila Prabhupada used the walkie-talkie for all for Krishna's service. So that is Yukta Vairagyam. It says again, 1 minute. Oh, today also we can't finish. Okay, we will see. That I told, then tomorrow one more day we will take, no problem. You remember just now I told, Jnanam Karma Madi Anavritam. It was there in one of the verse. Free from jnana and karma. Anya bilashita shunyam, jnana karma adi anavritam. Anukulya Krishna anushilanam, bhaktir uchyate uttama, bhaktir uttama, that is uttama bhakti. These are the definitions of uttama bhakti. So many uttama bhakti are there, no? Savai mana Krishna, what is that? Not that. Savai dharmo paro, savai dharmo, what is it? Savai. What? Hare Krishna. I will end that me with this will come no. Agaituki apratigata yatatma suprasidati savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adokshaje. Agaituki apratigata yatatma suprasidati. So definition of one more definition. Bhakti should be agaituki, nothing expected in return. Apratigata, without any gap. Satatam. Continuously, Hare Krishna. Tomorrow we will conclude this. Oh, sorry, tomorrow. Yes, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Mataji, tomorrow Sunday, Mataji.